Thanks, Cassie. What was so amazing about that footage as I was watching it is that what they look for when they do those National Weather Service surveys is they look for the twisting and kind of the debris. And you saw one of our photographers, he zoomed in on a tree out in the distance, and you can actually see kind of that twisting with the woods. So it will be interesting. I know that the National Weather Service, we just got word they are out there right now doing their survey. They should have the results for us by tonight because they want to get this done before the daylight comes, because we have a second ability to have some severe weather develop later on tonight, and they kind of want to get this done before they may be busy with more tomorrow. So we'll have to watch that, and of course we'll bring you updates as soon as we know. But one thing is, look at the sun in Saugatuck, Coral Gables. You can see a beautiful evening. We've got mostly sunny skies, and that is the case around almost all of West Michigan as we've continued to kind of see this clearing behind it. So that's one of the things that we worry about, because it does allow the destabilization of the atmosphere, allows us to kind of build back the energy that we lost from that first round of storms. So at this point, live proximity radar very nice and dry. There are some storms down to our south. However, no warnings in effect, and our watch was canceled just about an hour ago. So one thing to note of, we've got two new watch boxes that have set up, one for areas to the north into parts of the western UP, and one further down to the south into the Cedar Rapids area and into central parts of Illinois. Now we're going to be watching as the system kind of moves closer to allow some showers and thunderstorms to develop. Now, as these develop, they're going to move into a very favorable environment. So we'll be watching, because if it happens earlier than later, it does give us a better chance to see some of those storms be on the strong to severe side. So we are not by any means out of the woods yet, but we have had some of our risk. It's actually gone down a little bit. So if you notice, here's a look at the severe threat. The slight risk does encompass all of the entire state of Michigan, but we have been moved out of that enhanced risk. That enhanced risk was moved further down to the south into parts of northwestern Indiana as well as the Chicagoland area, just because the dynamics with this system is better down further to the south. We're going to be a little bit further removed from the dynamics from that system. That's kind of the catalyst that allows these storms to develop, but we still have a very favorable environment. We've got sunshine and dew points into the mid 70s. It's been quite some time since we've seen dew points that high in West Michigan. So let's take you through Future Track HD and show you just how much we can expect from this. Notice Future Track does pop this out about 8-9 o'clock tonight and allows for some scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop. As they move through, notice right around 9 o'clock, things start to become a little bit more intense, but most of this activity will be finished and out of here by around midnight. Once that front kind of kicks through, it allows us to see some cooler, drier air behind it, and it is going to lead to a pretty nice evening as we head through late overnight and into the early part of tomorrow. So hopefully we can get some drying so we can get some cleanup. But we do still have the threat, the main threat being high winds, straight line winds. We saw two really amazing severe weather events today. We had kind of that micro burst, which is those straight winds, and then the tornadoes, which are those twisting winds. So that's what the National Weather Service is going to look for. We'll still have the opportunity later tonight for some of those straight line winds, as well as some small hail, flooding, and obviously an enhanced and elevated chance for at least an isolated tornado, which is what we've already seen today. So we'll continue to keep monitoring it as we head through the evening tonight. But as we head through the next couple of days, things looking a lot better. We'll expect temperatures back up into the upper 70s and low 80s with some drying conditions. So hopefully we can get through the rest of the night tonight before we.
Hopefully.
It looks like we should have an answer from the National Weather Service by the end of the night, but hopefully we don't add anything more to it.
Yes.
So we definitely don't need it. Or the rain. We had a lot of rain from these
They need help with the cleanup out there, that's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.